Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. I'm doing another What's in the Comic Book Box video. I enjoyed, for anyone that saw the first of this series, I really enjoyed making that video. Because first off, it's a very easy video to make. This is a very easy video to make. Just open up a box and pull out a few random books to see what's inside the personal collection. I think that we all have our personal collections, but then there are some books that we may not want to hold on to and they get pushed off to the side. Well, in this series of videos, these are all from my personal collection that are books that you see every now and then on this channel, but just to randomly pull out a book that you don't often see or maybe you haven't seen and talk about it is a lot of fun. So here's part two. I'll probably make a couple more of these because I only have so many boxes. I can only go back to the same box over and over again perhaps, and don't want to keep pulling out the same issues. But here we have a new box, and as you can see, let me open it up. It's going to be all random. So I'll pull out 5 books. All right, so each of these videos that I make, pull out 5 random books and talk about them. So, okay. Let's start. All right, the books, as you can see, I can't see the books as I'll show you right now. You see the back of them, so it's pretty random. So I might as well pull this one out. All right, what is it? Oh, geez. Tales of Suspense, number 50. It's 52, right? And sometimes I get that confused with Hawkeye. 52, the first appearance of the Black Widow. This is probably a 3.5 copy, maybe a 3.0, 3.0, 3.0, 3.5, something like that. As you can see, has a tape pull over here. It's not a missing piece, but a tape pull. This was a book that I purchased back in 2015 at the New York Comic Con. It was my second New York Comic Con, and this was one of the books that was on my list that I wanted to get, and as a matter of fact was one of the very first books I picked up upon entering the dealer hall. So yeah, pretty cool, right? Obviously Black Widow has become very, very important over the last few years. The value of the book has gone up so significantly. But that's just a sign of the times. I don't want to sit here and complain about what these books used to be or what they used to be. Everything has gone up. So pretty cool, right? First appearance of the Black Widow. It's not a book that I regularly show on this channel. That's what I was saying earlier. It's cool that, these are books that you've seen somewhere down the line, whether it was that comic book haul from 2015 New York Comic Con, I forget what number it was, or something else. It's nice to pull out a book that I often don't show, like Tales of Suspense 52. So let's go to book number 2. All right. Well, we now know the T's are in this box, right? And probably S's. So let me see. Right here. No, I don't see the book. Let's see. Pull it out gently. All right. So what do we got here? We have... Oh, geez. Look at this. Again, not a book that I often show on this channel. Spawn, was it 176? Which one is this? 174. Again, I get a little confused with some of the numbering. This is Spawn number 174. This is the first full appearance of the Gunslinger Spawn, who I believe this is his first cover appearance as well. Pretty cool book. Very sought out, okay, for Spawn collectors. Very sought out book. There are quite a few Spawn books that are very sought out due to the low print run, and I believe this one has a low print run. So when did I get this book? I was a Spawn fan since I first started collecting books. But this was a book I think I picked up in 2019 at, I want to say, the Garden State Comic Con. I don't remember. There was a video on it, I think, a few years ago, but I do believe it was the Garden State Comic Con, I believe. But this was one of the books I picked up, and it's from 2019. So it was really cool to finally add this book to my collection. I mean, since that time, this book has gone up significantly from what I paid for it. I think I paid like about maybe, what did I pay, $80 for it? Maybe a little more. Maybe I'm completely forgetting, but it's a hell of a lot more now because of what it is, the rarity of it, and the first full appearance of the Gunslinger Spawn. All right, so maybe we'll start over here. I was like over here, then I was over here. Let's do it right here at the beginning. So book number 3 out of 5 I'm going to show in this video is, pull this out. Oh, we got some Walking Dead here. Okay. We have Walking Dead number 52. This is the 53. Yeah, my numbers are all messed up today, right? Walking Dead number 53. This is the first appearance of Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene. This is my second copy. I don't have 2 copies, but this was the second copy I've owned. All right. Originally, I bought my first copy back in 2015. I forget what comic book hall I showed it in. It doesn't matter. It's a book that I previously had years ago, and I believe in 2018 I sold that copy as along with my entire Walking Dead collection. It wasn't until 2020 when I started to rebuild my Walking Dead collection, and I rebuilt it quite well. I still need the number 1. I'd like to get that one day, but all the other books that I previously had and some I didn't have, I brought back into the collection, and I brought them back dirt cheap, and this is definitely one of them because Walking Dead was kind of losing a little bit of its luster, losing a little bit of its flavor. And even today, as we enter the last season of the main series, Walking Dead, you can get some of these books pretty cheap. So I decided to go back and get some of the books I had, and want to get some books that I didn't have. This one I had, and it's probably nicer shape than my previous copy. My previous copy was good shape too, but I've always liked this cover. So it was a real treat to bring this back into the collection. Okay, 3 books down. We got 2 more to go. Let's go right here. All right. Book number 4 in What's in the Box. We have... Okay. Not as cool as the others. Strange Tales 178. This is a nice copy. This is the reason why it's in the personal collection, PC boxes, because I believe this is the first appearance of the Magus. Am I correct in that? Again, a book I really don't show. I believe I showed this book in a previous video about books you should get. You know, as Adam Warlock comes into the MCU, you know, other iterations of him and things related to him may soon follow, and that includes probably the Magus. And this is his first appearance. I don't really have too much else to say about it. This was a book I maybe bought like a year and a half ago or something like that. You know, just because a character or a book doesn't have extreme significance to me, it doesn't mean I won't have it in my collection. And I think this book here is a good example of that. You know, I like collecting key books. I like collecting first appearances. And if they're good and good shape and all that stuff, I will put them in the PC. And this is an example. Last book for this video, book number 5. Let's go all the way to the end. All right. Last book we have Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man 107. Okay, not a big book, not something super key that you would expect in the BCW personal collection boxes, but it goes with what I was saying about the Strange Tales 178. A book, as long as it has something key in it and I like it, I will add it into the PC. And what's key about this? What is it that I like about this. I believe off the top of my head, this book here, 107, is the first appearance of the Sin Eater. Okay? You know, just a character that, something that was going on, that was mentioned when Venom was introduced. Remember, Eddie Brock was investigating the Sin Eater murders and all that stuff, and the story, you know, crapped out, and he blamed Spider-Man for that. It ruined his career, and then he came in contact with the alien symbiote and became Venom. But this is the first appearance of that character, the Sin Eater. All right. So that is What's in the Box, episode 2. I will make an episode 3. Like I said, I enjoyed this series very much. It gives me a chance to pull out some random books, some of which you may have seen over and over again on this channel, and some that you really haven't seen, or maybe have not seen at all. And I think this video here was a real good example of that. You know, even something with the first book, the first appearance of the Black Widow, that's not something I show often. You know, it's not something that shows up in some of the videos I make, like, oh, books you should hold on to, or books you should get, or books you should do this or that. It really hasn't shown up in any of those videos. So it gets a chance to have a little more life, at least on the YouTube channel, brought back into it in a video like this. So I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for some more episodes. Take care, everybody.